Hey guys, so today I have a Billie Piper based video for you, and I absolutely love doing these videos because Billie Piper is perfect in every way. So today I'm going to be talking about the Sally Lockhart mysteries, which you may have watched, you may not have. I know a few people who did, but this is the box set they come in, and they have 2 DVDs, so I'll show them in more detail. They aired on television about ITV, no, BBC, sorry, wait, was it ITV? BBC, I get totally confused because she's done a lot of ITV dramas now. This was BBC, there. So this was about 2007, 2008, so it was quite a while ago, and the 2 are Ruby in the Smoke and Shadow in the North, and essentially it's a 2-part drama because she plays Sally Lockhart in both of them, and it's kind of carried on. So I'll just sort of give you the overview of the plot, and it does sort of develop throughout both of them. So basically Sally is in her 20s, and it's during the Victorian era, as you can probably tell. And she goes in search of, she gets a letter one day and she's like, okay, what's this? And she follows what the letter says, which you'll find out when you watch the film what the letter says. And she goes to find out why her father died prematurely. And when along the way, there's loads of danger she gets herself in. She finds herself in quite a lot of bother, but she's not a typical woman in the Victorian era. She's sort of more feisty, more determined. I'm going to say more of a man, but you know, like, she does things that women aren't supposed to do, you know, so that is really good. And she gets herself in all this danger, and she's got to get out of this danger, and then she has to save other people, and it's just, and then you're sort of thinking, well, how did her father die prematurely? She's getting in all this danger, what's that got to do with her father? But it all becomes so much clearer at the end. It's not that it's confusing, but it's that it's sort of ever so slightly guides away from the original plot. Like, her father's premature death is more of a backdrop than anything else. And then of course that's kind of carried across to this one. Yeah, it's kind of, the plot isn't exactly the same. It's not like an extended version, but there's differences, but it's still really, really good. It's the character. I love the fact that the character is carried across, because I absolutely adore Sally Lockhart. I think she is fantastic. Such a strong character, and to see her back in the second one is amazing. Now don't get me wrong, I don't think this is, I mean, I'm not a massive fan of the Sally Lockhart series in general. If it wasn't for Billie, I've got the books, which have got, the reason I bought the book is because it's got Billie Piper on the front of it, otherwise I wouldn't have done. And I've read like half of it, but I just don't like reading it, so I'm not a massive fan of that. But to see Billie bringing the character to life is great. A little something for Doctor Who fans, Matt Smith is in both of them. I'd love to tell you the name of his character, but it's completely gone out of my head. Oh, and this is taken from the book by Phillip Pullman. It's not like a fresh idea from the BBC, it is based on a book by Phillip Pullman, which was then re-released with Billie's face on the cover. And Matt Smith is in it. It's quite an important role. He becomes really good friends with Sally Lockhart. And when I first saw him, I was like, oh, he looks alright. And then I'd not seen him in anything for about, I don't know, a couple of years, and then it goes the next Doctor Who, the next series of Doctor Who, the Doctor will be played by Matt Smith. I was like, that's not Matt Smith. He had this big thing over his face. I'm like, what on earth? But he looks much, much better now. In fact, he looks really nice now. But never mind. So it's really great to see him in this. I'm trying to see if there's a picture of him. Unfortunately, there isn't. Otherwise, that would have been really interesting to show you. Yeah, there isn't one, which is a shame, but that alone, if you're a Doctor Who fan, and even if you don't like Billie, which I don't know how anybody couldn't like Billie, but I know there are people who aren't a massive fan of Billie, but if you are a massive fan of Matt Smith and you want to see him in another role, this is perfect, because his character is completely removed from Doctor Who, so that is really, really good. So the DVDs are available separately. I had Ruby in the Smoke on its own. It's more of a red cover, the individual one. But my dog decided to chew the cover to bits when he was a puppy, so I still have the actual DVD disc, but I don't have the cover, so I thought, well, I'll just buy it again instead of buying Shadow in the North separately. I'll just buy the box set, and they look so lovely. I can't bring myself to throwing away the cardboard, although I normally do, so I'm just keeping it in the cardboard sleeve. But that is them. Put them in the wrong way. So they do look really lovely, as you can see there. And as far as price goes, I think I paid about £20 for these when they first came out, but now you can get them for about a tenner. Some places like Amazon and things, you might be able to find the DVDs individually for like £3. And if you want them individually, buy them. It'll save you a bit of money. But being the avid Billie Piper worshipper that I had to have the box set. I just had to. I must point out now that it is a 12, so if you're younger than that, it's not going to be for you. But I don't know if the story, without wanting to put down 12-year-olds, because I know there are incredibly smart 12-year-olds, and younger than that. I mean, there's that kid doing like calculus at the age of 7. I can't even do that. Maths is not my strength, but never mind, I'm rubbish at maths. But yeah, I know the story is quite heavy, it is quite dark, there's a lot to it, you have to think when you're watching it. It's not an easygoing film, well, 2-part drama. But I don't think anybody young, like my brother, he's 8, he's a Doctor Who fan, he might want to watch this because Billie and Matt are in it, but I don't think he'd be able to understand it at 8 years old because there is so much to it. So not only is the certificate suitable to the content, which I'll actually find out now why it says that, just because I like to know that. Suitable only for persons over 12, suitable for persons only over 12. Yeah, that doesn't tell us a lot of information, but like I said, it is very dark, it's quite eerie at times, quite heavy, there's a lot to it, you do have to think, but it is so beautifully done. I mean, I've never been let down by a BBC drama before, or an ITV drama for the record. They're all really, really good, and I just think that it's definitely one worth watching if you're a Billie fan. I mean, why wouldn't you be a fan? She's fantastic. But of course I am biased, but she is really, really good in this. I don't think there could have been a better actress for the role. Would I have watched this if Billie wasn't in it? Probably not, no. I'm pleased I did watch it, because I think if another actress did play her, it still would have been really good, but I probably wouldn't have given it the time of day if Billie wasn't in it. Or at least not then, I would do now, but when it first came out, I sort of limited myself to TV shows, basically Doctor Who, EastEnders, Endless Women, that's all I ever watched. Now I watch about 3 new shows a day, so I probably would have watched it. But Billie is perfect for the role, you know, I have no complaints at all. Plus, there's like a scene, it's quite near the beginning, where there's a little girl who plays little Billie, little Sally. Like she's having a flashback to her childhood, and that girl is one of the girls who is in the Petty's Flu advert, you know, the yogurt advert, the little one with blonde hair. Can't remember her name, but they're sisters, but one of them plays little Billie, so that was really nice. Yeah, so not a fault with it, very cheap, great plot, lovely story, very attractive, looks nice on a shelf, either way you have it. Not suitable for anybody under the age of 12, but I don't think anybody would want to watch it if they're under 12. That's all I'm going to say about this. I'm going to leave you to find out for yourself the true love of it, because you will fall in love with it. It's so beautiful. Not just because Billie's in it, but the whole story. It is lovely. Please feel free to leave comments and things and let me know if you've got it, seen it, want to watch it, things like that. I'd love to know your thoughts on it. Definitely worth watching in every way. No faults with it. I think I've said that about 4 times now, but I cannot stress how much I love this. My next video, I'm trying to think which order I'm posting this in. My next video will be a Doctor Who video, I think. I'll be doing the figures one. Then after that, I'm going to be tempted to do one on Mansfield Park. But please, please, please tell me if you think I'm posting too many Doctor Who videos and Billie videos in a row. Because most people have said that most people who answered the questions in my questions video the other day said they love Doctor Who and they like Billie Piper and things like that. So I'm trying to cater to those who are fans of the shows. But at the same time, I know that I have subscribers who maybe don't watch them, so please let me know either way. I obviously want to make my videos as perfect for you as possible, but that's all I'm going to say about this. So until my next video, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye guys!